Yeah, I can't not groove with the music for a bit. Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Welcome back to me, myself, and I. We are continuing the class trial for chapter 4 in Danganronpa 2. We have uncovered some stuff yesterday. We've figured out that the tower. Hang on. So sorry about that. Yeah, we've uncovered that the tower, uh, grape and strawberry tower, turns out to actually be a huge elevator. Okay, that's a lot more simpler than I thought. I mean, it is still kind of complicated, but in my head, I was thinking of something even more complicated than that. Like, I was envisioning the funhouse would be like like some certain sections of the funhouse would be like moving and stuff, and besides the elevators, anyways. So yeah, we've uncovered that part of the funhouse. Um, yeah. And we've also uncovered that the grape house and strawberry house are actually on top of each other. One is on the top, one is on the bottom. Yeah. And yeah, so far that's it. We still don't know what the weapon, how Nekomaru died. And I'm guessing that's what we're gonna figure out today. So yeah, let's jump right in. Also, hello Shane. Hope you're doing alright, and the rest of you guys in chat as well. Hope you're all doing fine today. Let's jump into the mix, as they say, and uncover the truth and figure out who killed Nekomaru, and also if Nekomaru was like killed by someone else in the first place, because it's hinting towards something like that. Since they brought up the fact that earlier on, there's some form of similarity between the first game's killings with the second game's killings. So could this be another suicide? I guess we'll find out. Alright. Let's go. Monami's gonna give her recap. At least that's what she thinks she's saying.
Hello! I hope your day is well!
Oh, thank you, Monami. That means a lot.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Oh, right. She thinks, she thinks we're playing on the PS Vita, I think, because that's what the game came out on.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Hey Pizza, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? We are at the second half of the class trial now.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead. Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily? I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is
How Nekomaru died?
the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
You say that. No, that's a lie. I'm pretty sure multiple times throughout the game so far, you've clearly been okay with dying.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
Yeah, exactly.
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but...
Hey Gastro, how are you doing? Let us see indeed.
Let me retract that remark.
Oh,
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know? If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I thought.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
You already did the hard part, I think. Oh, I should hope so.
I see.
I'm still hoping I'm still like expecting this latter half to be a little challenging.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Oh, Akane.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito. As usual, I can't tell what he's thinking, have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
Okay, I have an idea of how they might have done it. They tied one end of the wire on one of the doors, you know, in the elevator, right? In one of the doors, they tied one end of the chain and wire rather, one end of the wire on the door, one of the doors, and the other end either on Mekomaru or on one of the pillars, and then they used the elevator to like move it, since one end of the wire is attached to the door and one end is either on Mekomaru. If it's on Mekomaru, he ends up getting decapitated, right? And then he ends up getting decapitated, or the pillar falls on. No, we've already established that can't happen because. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that the wire decapitated Mekomaru, his body falls, and the weight of him dropping caused the pillar to fall on top of him, right? Wait, no, it was the other way around. The pillar fell first before Mekomaru, right, because pillar fragments were underneath him, not on top of him. It was the other way around. Pillar fell first, and then his body fell afterward. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself again, but that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with the object. Oh wait, hang on. But it's on But we see the wire around him, not just around his body, but also on his leg. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. Unless they used multiple wires. Hang on. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the building structure? Dead battery crushed by the elevator, maybe? Hang on. Can we look at the... His head is severely damaged and beyond repair, so that shall be considered the cause of death. But what does that mean? His head was damaged and beyond repair. That considered the cause of damage. But what does that mean exactly? I'm gonna go with crushed by the elevator. I'm gonna go with that. Because he didn't fall. Oh, hang on. Hang on, guys. I think something's happening downstairs. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I thought something happened downstairs. Turns out Matthew's just being Matthew. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with... It's not falling, is it? I don't think it's falling. And it's not a dead battery. I think he was crushed by the elevator. Let's go with that. Oh, no, it's not. Wait, that's not possible, right? Because if he can't get crushed by the elevator, because the pillars are there too. The pillars would be crushed too, and I'm stupid. I'm stupid. That's not it. He was crushed by the elevator. That sounds quite painful. So where and how was he crushed? Sorry, looks like I misunderstood.
Crap!
We know his head got damaged, but... My guess was decapitation, but... That's not one of the choices. Did he fall? If he fell, then where? How does that work? Oh man, this is the first question for the second half and I'm already failing. Body and left leg. The tip of the wire was also tied into a loop. Wait! I think it might be the battery running out because he mentioned earlier that he mentioned sometime during the chapter that but wait, that has nothing to do with the building structure though. Falling, but how? Beaten with a blunt object? What was Nekomaru's cause of death that utilized the building structure? God damn. I hate having to guess this. It can't be falling. Or maybe he was beaten with a blunt object and that object was yeah, like I was thinking, right? Stairs. Oh my god. I guess like one of my theories, speculations earlier was like the pillar fell on him, right? The pillar fell on him, and like the pillar breaks first, and like it takes a second for the damage to set in, and then Nekomaru like falls over. So even though the pillar, falls first, and that's why there are pillar fragments underneath him, right? Oh man, because they mention utilizing the building structure. It can't be a dead battery because that has nothing to do with the building structure. It could be falling, but how? And where did he fall? Let's go with falling. Let's go with beaten with a wait, hang on. Of the two, I am more confident with a blunt object. And because of that, I'm gonna go with falling first. Because, just to test it.
I see.
Wait, it is falling?
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Okay, I'm glad I made that decision then. But, okay, Hajime, explain this to me.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected.
You don't remember the last half? What about the last half? Yeah, I remember that both towers and houses are vertically connected.
Then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
But how? That's what I'm thinking. How did he fall? How did he fall? Because you can't enter the tower when the floor is in the other floor, right? You missed an important info then. Good. Oh dear. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? You can't enter the tower if the floor is underneath. Because pressing the button, causes the floor to raise or lower depending on where you press the button. Yeah, I probably am missing some important info. Was the door just open and then like he fell Looney Tune style? And then he does the goofy scream.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
Alright, let's keep going.
That I don't know yet.
But why would you say he died from falling then?
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower.
Yeah, but how?
You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
But how? That's what I'm thinking.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Yeah.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
I think it's because you're hungry. If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next, alright? Debate time. Come on. Good night button, mechanics account, contact elevator, clock's alarm timer. Broken doorknob.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Yeah.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Oops.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
I need to make it clear so they understand that Nekomaru fell to his death. Okay. I think what we're leading up to here is that... Right. So, the elevator, right, was called down to... Hang on. So first, Nekomaru went inside the tower while it was at the 4th floor, right? And then, for some reason, either because his battery ran out or someone forced him into sleep mode, right? And then, while in sleep mode, the killer wrapped him up in wire and then tied the other end of the wire on the door, right? On the door. Killer leaves the room, goes down to Strawberry house, and wait, other way around, because Strawberry house is on top, Grape Tower is on bottom. He went down to Grape house, pressed the button, floor of the elevator lowers, while Nekomaru is like being hung up, right? He's getting suspended in the air with the wire tied to the door, right? And then, it was only a matter of time for his weight, the big boy. After a certain amount of time, the doorknob breaks, and then he falls to his death, right? I think that's what we're leading up to. That makes sense, right? That makes sense, I think. Oops. Matthew agrees. That makes sense too. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for all the interruptions. Okay, I think I have an idea now. The thing now is we need to attack the correct statements that will lead up to that. Alright. Let's do this. Looks like it's all up to me.
When the elevator is on the first floor,
Hang on. Good night button, Akane's account. Akane's account. Apparently Akane heard a rumbling noise at around 5:30 a.m. That could be related. Contact elevator. Contact elevator used to move both. Apparently broken at the Grape House side, so the last person to use it would have arrived at Grape House. And you know, Grape House, we've established that as to be the lower floor, right? The lower house. So the first floor specifically. So we can like that adds up to my theory because yeah. Wait a second. Broken at the Grape House side. I'm not supposed to use it. Would have arrived at Grape House. Strawberry Halls button. Contact elevator clocks alarm time. Clock's alarm timer. The clock's arms are stopped at around 5:30. The alarm was set to 7:30 as well. We're not talking about the time yet. Strange feeling in the tower. That was one of them. Good night
you
button.
can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
Broken doorknob.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this?
They weren't shoved.
After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has
Oh,
a
the
sensor?
sensors, the sensors.
As long as there's a moving object inside.
He wasn't moving because he was in sleep mode. Right. And good night button, good night button. I think that's it. Let's try that. Good night button. Because he wasn't moving at the time because he was asleep. Let's try this.
When the elevator is on the first floor, you can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
It'd be impossible.
Then, how about after locking Mekamaru inside the they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's wrong.
Tell him, Hajime.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
Your Honor, Mekamaru Mimir. I have no idea what Mimir is. Hey Bat, welcome to the stream. How you doing today?
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be
His sleep mode? Yes!
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode.
Mimir isn't gonna speak for sleep. Oh, I see.
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
Yes.
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Unless he was tied up.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
Aw, poor Kazuichi. He cannot catch a break this trial. A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Right, here it is. The wire. We're gonna go with that. Yes. Let's see. It has to be the wire. Let's see.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
No, it's not the pillar.
What about the oil on the floor?
It's not the oil either.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yes, I agree. It is suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
A very good
Really,
point.
Pest.
Don't be so cold.
I mean, he's
I
right.
start to enjoy it.
Oh my god. I think Kazuichi's right, guys. I think we should let Chiaki finish speaking first. But anyway, I think I get it. It's the doorknob and the wire, right?
You arrange it a certain way.
Or hang on, it's either the wire or the broken doorknob. Right, because it's either the broken doorknob or the wire. It's the truth bullet. Because broken doorknob, right? It's suspicious because it was on Strawberry House. Strawberry House is supposed to, is the higher floor. How did the doorknob... The reason why the doorknob is suspicious is because it's from Strawberry House. Since it's broken and down on the floor, then we can reasonably... I'm trying to think of the word for it. We can reasonably theorize that it fell similarly to how Nekomaru fell, right? But I'm not sure though. Like, I mean, I know that. Like, I'm just not sure with which truth bullet to use, the broken doorknob or the wire. Let's use the broken doorknob because we haven't talked about the wire yet. Anyways.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over
Let's
the
do this.
pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Okay, no, it's not. I thought the doorknob might have something to do with it, but I don't really know how. We should stop saying things that don't make sense and think about this more seriously.
Crap!
Okay, maybe it's the wire then.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that.
Tell him, Hajime.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Yes, we're getting there.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
Yes.
And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Jeez.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Haha.
You better not finish that sentence!
I mean, he probably is. Let's not lie.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Uh-oh. What do we have here?
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
I mean, it's a pretty big drop.
Why?
3 stories. It's pretty large.
Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Oh dear. I think he just fell over time. Wire tipped over pillar fragments. The broken doorknob, it just broke off because of how heavy it is.
Suspended Nekomaru from a how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Oh god, that's new. I agree with what Kazuichi is wondering. I seem certain that a difference in elevation inside the elevator in the tower was used to kill Nekomaru. I need to find the answer and counter Kazuichi's
Even
remarks.
if they suspended Nekomaru from how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Advance.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
It just had to break off.
It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you... But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Oh wait, no. It's not. He wouldn't have dropped if he was asleep. But what if he woke up? He woke up because of the alarm clock inside of him. I think that's like if he just. I guess what we're like thinking here, what Kazuichi is thinking here, like he couldn't have dropped if he was still in sleep mode because he would just be he would just be suspended like that, unmoving. But if he was awake, he would be like struggling, and then those movements he was doing, struggling to break free, that's what caused the doorknob to break, and causes him to fall. Right. Hang on. All right, if I use that evidence, I should be able to break through Kazuichi's remarks too.
Nekomaru fell on his own?
Wait. Clock's alarm timer. That's that's the one in yeah. Let's go with this. Let's do this.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
He'd panic.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
His alarm clock.
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
You'd freak out too.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
Oh, that's dark. That's tragic. He wakes up. One minute he's just in the elevator or the tower. Falls asleep without realizing who did it, and the next thing he knows when he wakes up, he's upside down. And then the next thing that happens, right after he wakes up, he just falls to his death. That's tragic.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Yep.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because, in that case, I shall use my full power. Oh. With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But yeah, it couldn't open. Isn't it if you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. If that's really what it was, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Aww.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia?
Oh my god.
Pig, you can say so.
Oh jeez, Kazuichi, please don't do this to yourself.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore? This guy, he
gets off on this?
Now's not the time, guys. Come on.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Okay, so that's why the pillar fell as well. Right, right. It doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. No, he crashed into the pillar first. And that's why there's blood on that. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think of what happened to him was cola came out of his eyes. He collided with the pillar.
I see.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
You know what? Technically, she is kind of right, yeah.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
They think it's 7 a.m., but the killer, in addition to orchestrating those other stuff, they also changed the clocks on the lounges to make us think to make us think the time was this when in reality it wasn't.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
Yes. I think I know.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
Oh, Gundam, you are looking more and more suspicious for reasons that I stated earlier, yesterday.
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it! Fuyuhiko's account. Oh, I think Fuyuhiko was the one who went around checking the clocks, right?
We headed for Grape Tower.
Let's see what everyone else has to say first.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Oops.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Oh, no.
Gotta be it.
You can't tamper with his radio clock because it's a radio clock that's like you're right there. Basically, it's an amazingly precise clock that can't be tampered with, not even to set the time. Hang on, I gotta answer this text. The filler was just vibing till it wasn't. Alright, let's go. Get to the radio clock. I need to crush one possibility at a time if I'm gonna break through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower.
There it is. Let's go.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside was set for 7.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm.
His time of death and the time that one of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Neko.
No, that's wrong.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
Right.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
Right.
Clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
They were.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
All the clocks except for Nekomaru's was tampered with.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Oh my gosh.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Gundam has a soft spot for Sonya now. That's kind of cute. This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think. If I focus on it and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Oh, another logic dive. Alright, Tony Hawk Pro Skater again. Or, well, not really more snowboarding than skating. Oh! Get ahead of yourself. Whee! Oh. The 80. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Where the murder happened? The time in the building. I think it's the time in the building. 1080. I just said the 80, I think. Let's go. Oh my god, I have to jump. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They're making it difficult now. Oh, come on. I have to speed up to like. Okay. They're throwing it at. They're making it more difficult now. And this is with and this is with like the medium difficulty. Oh. Question 2. Which clock was tampered with? The building's clocks. The building's clocks. The building's clocks. Woo! Oh! Wait! Ow. I was about to jump off there. Whee! Question 3. Which house had the wrong time? Both houses. Both houses had the wrong time. Both of them were tampered with, right? Yeah. Yeah!
It's all coming together. You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right. That's the main problem. I need to clarify by how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm gonna reach the truth in one go. I think we're gonna go with Akane's account because she explicitly mentioned time, which is 5 something. Let's see. What do they have to say?
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
Which is
The time of death.
is 7:30.
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would
Akane.
have been a great clue.
Akane heard the sound. Akane heard the sound.
Scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough. We would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
I think Akane's account, because she heard the sound. She heard the noise. Let's go with that.
If the time in the building was all messed up,
We're gonna
then
agree.
we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
Oh gosh.
The problem is, what time it's in our time.
Are there any clues that can be used?
If only I heard the sound when he
I agree with that.
Tell him, Hajime. Oh shit! Hang on. It's raining. I gotta be right back. Excuse me. Sorry. I had to get the I had to check on the laundry. Thankfully, someone else already brought it in. Alright, alright. We're getting very close now, I feel. I think we're getting very close now to figuring out who the killer is and,
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
rumbling. I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
uh-oh.
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
No. Here it is. Here it is. We're gonna bring up the fact that the deluxe rooms are soundproof. Sonia, Chiaki, Nekomaru, and Nagito were all sleeping in the deluxe rooms, which are soundproof. They would not have heard the noise.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
If that rumbling sound we heard was at 7:30, then our time is off by 2 hours. It's like the answer to how much our time was off is literally right in front of me. 2 hours.
I see!
Let me get my health back. Thank you.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
Yeah.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. so they could lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you'd definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
Yeah, because his radio clock never changes.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is Monokuma Tai Chi, massage time. Yeah, because the reason why everyone else was waking up at 7:30 was because hey, not there. Come here. Sorry, my dog's Matthew's right here next to me. He was sitting right on top of the LAN cable, and I was worried. I was worried the internet, the PC's internet might, go poof. Oh dear. Okay. Stay here. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. The reason why everyone was waking up at had to be in the tower at 7:30 was because of Monokuma Tai Chi. I think that's it.
I see. That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
He said everyone ditched Monokuma Tai Chi. Jeez, how outrageous! I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Tripping yourself over?
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Guys, not now,
Let's
please.
just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
He's gonna bring up the fact that the alarm clock in their lounge went off. Isn't he?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward
Here it
the
is,
tower.
here it is, here it
Did
is.
something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Yes, here it is.
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off.
Oh, hang on. I think someone's outside. Did I mute myself? No, I did not. Alright. We're getting close. We're getting close now. Here it is. We're about to figure out that it's Gundam, isn't it?
Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Nope, that's not. It's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. There was one guy who never left the lounge.
Nagito,
We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Nagito.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
It's Nagito. It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Well, I think it's I think the killer is Nekomaru, Gundam, but for now we're gonna. I guess we're attacking Nagito for a bit, because he's the only one who didn't wake up. But I think over time we're gonna like uncover the fact that the deluxe rooms are soundproof. So
You're the only one.
don't worry, Nagito. It's just for now.
Who wasn't there? It's you, right, Nagito?
We're just suspecting you for a bit.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
He was in his room.
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
Nagito, say something.
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the
Oh, you want this case to be over with, Gundam.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Because his room was soundproof. He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
Chiaki's gonna speak up too.
To be honest, it's not just them.
Because
The same goes for me too.
they're all sleeping in the deluxe room. But Gundam is sleeping in the deluxe room too. There's no way he should have heard it. The only way he could have heard it was if he was not in his room. Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
We're getting there, we're getting there.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know.
We're getting there.
Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
The deluxe room. The only people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The secret is what these three have in common. Oh, it's Hangman's Gambit, huh? Could this also be the secret that points to the killer? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We're homing it. We're in the home stretch now, I think. Deluxe room, right? Deluxe room, right? Well, let's get these other letters out of the way first. Deluxe room. Come on. Yeah, you're right. This second half is much easier. I'm not flexing. This really genuinely just does feel easier. Ah, hey, that wasn't fair. Those two were literally right next to each other. Damn it. 2 O's. Room. Let's go. Wait. Oh, there's an E in the end. Okay. Right? Oh, deluxe rooms. Okay, right, because there's four of them. It's not just one. Here it is. We're getting there now, boys and
Nagito,
girls.
Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms.
I forgot your plural there. I thought like deluxe room. Like, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen some like. I've seen it spelled like room with an E. I'm pretty sure. Or not. Let's move past that, guys. It was a
I
mistake.
recall, the deluxe rooms are.
Soundproof. The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. Standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. Yeah.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve course student talent?
Oh my god. Stop.
Now then, you guys must understand by
Yeah,
now
here it is. Here it
the
is.
true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Aww.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer, Amogus. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Honestly, I'm sad that I got this. I was hoping it wasn't you. I barely got any. I haven't spent any time with him during free time, so. Alright, Gundam. Let's hear what you have to say.
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
Yep. Here it is.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
Yep.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
He.
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
Yes.
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it.
Gundam?
Oh, Sonia's gonna be. Especially since the two of them have kind of been spending time together this chapter.
There was only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Aww.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
He was already in the lounge.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
He couldn't go back to his room, right? Because then
Until the moment that alarm started ringing.
he couldn't
Right?
he couldn't go back to his room after committing the murder because Fuyuhiko was in the lounge, and then if Fuyuhiko saw him, he would have been like, "Hey, where you been?" And that would have raised even more suspicion.
If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room. Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus, it's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld are bellowing for a sacrifice. Yeah. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly. We got...
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Nothing to say?
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
10?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears.
Oh my god.
That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system
Oh
here
my
may
gosh.
as well not exist.
That, I guess that kind of holds a bit of water.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Gundam be grasping at straws here. That's why he was. That's why he was quiet. He was like, you know, while everyone was, you know, talking, he was inside his mind. He was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I gotta think of something. I gotta think of something. That's why he was quiet that whole time.
Do not panic. The truth shall
Uh-oh.
now commence.
Yeah, he's falling apart now, isn't he?
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Hold as much water as a knife. Hold as much water as the strainer.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Opening act?
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce.
Just a farce?
Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
Let's see more Danganronpa chaos. Yup, we are getting close to the end of this class trial, I think. How are you, Nisei? Also, good morning. I think it's morning there, right? Or at least you just woke up.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
He most definitely did discover something.
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
He isn't questioning the size of an octagon this time. Shut up, Castro.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
Oh, we know. Or rather, Nagito knows.
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
Nagito knows.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
That is true. That is true.
What's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry
No,
House.
he would be able to.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing, which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Alright, I think the truth bullet here is... oh, none of these, I think. Let's see what they have to say.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was
On the other side, on Grape House's
broken
side.
at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
There what? No,
How
that's...
much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
There was a secret passageway. That's the... We're gonna analyze that. There was a secret passageway.
Elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
And then we fire that on
As long
that
as
statement.
elevator was broke, your
Let's go,
assumption
let's go.
Plus, the elevator broke.
Akane said
the
that.
killer cannot
Akane
return
said
to
that.
Strawberry House.
Since I was at Strawberry, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Oops.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much
Secret-
longer
there was
do
a
you
secret
plan- Why don't we stop
passageway.
this already?
Alright, Gundam.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two.
No, that's wrong. Tell him, Hajime.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Nagito knows how it... No, Nagito knows.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
We already know. I think I went the whole... wrong.
You're the only one!
Anyways.
Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
Oh my god.
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
The hatch on the ground.
After I opened the door and went down. Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Yep.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Oh, wow, that was actually...
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
He's not
There's
going
no
down.
way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
He is not going down without a fight. None of the... Alright.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion.
Oh god, this is so
Shall I
hard.
feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
He really isn't going
I
down
already
without a
proved
fight.
The secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the mail, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Shoot. He probably means try providing the evidence that the killer went to the Octagon, right? How many sides? Shut up. If that's the case, I should have it too. Wait, prove that the killer went to the Octagon? Is that the question? The key which dwells in the light, that will break through the darkness.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray...
Hang on. What proves that... Which one of these prove that, The wire! The wire! They could have only gotten the wire from the final dead room. Right. Ow, ow. Here it is.
Know the limits of your own reasoning!
I'll make you eat those
You
words.
say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut through those words.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
It could have only come from the Octagon.
The hammer that looked like the weapon. And the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
I swear you'll be hunted by Octagon forever.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
Uh-oh.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Uh-oh.
Seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru.
He's doing our job now. Or Hajime's job.
Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
It wasn't finished.
Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me!
Uh-oh. He's...
Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet.
Gundam, what are you on?
Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet.
What do you mean finish?
I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
Yeah, they mentioned that.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion.
Well, he does have his 4 Dark Divas of Destruction. They could have been, you know, like Gundam could have been all, hey, Nekomaru, like trying to talk to him. It's like, hey, would you like to hold one of my 4 Dark Divas of Destruction? And then, like, you know, Nekomaru, none the wiser, let them climb on him. And he's like, oh, look, they're tickling me. And then one of them went to his back and then presses the button without him realizing. That's what I'm thinking.
If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
He really does not want to go down.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Yet. I'm about to. I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Alright, here we go. Hang on. Okay, tab is the reload. I forgot what that does. I forgot which button reloads, alright.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you!
Ooh, with this, since my influence gauge is much longer now, the fever time
Crushed as David prophesied!
almost lasts forever.
For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's back.
The
Do you
4
really think I can
Dark
get behind him so
Divas.
easily?
This is the end!
Eat it! Eat your words!
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck.
With his 4 Dark Divas.
As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh, come on, Hajime. At least At least call them their proper names.
Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course, that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
They pressed the button. Yeah, he showed. Oh, yeah. Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract. The time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. Truly, this is the skyline lamentation art of the demon mouse. Soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Uh-oh.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mechamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
All the times you have helped your friends, now they're using those against you. Yeah.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are.
That is like, what do you call that? Dramatic irony?
I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses.
Ooh.
You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
Wow, he's not bothered at all.
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Wow. Closing argument. Oh, we're still doing it. I thought we're still doing it, even though I thought Nagito did this for us. Who set the lounge's alarm clock? Who was in the lounge since early morning? Whatever. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? Kiss the pillar, damn it! What the fuck? Aw. Wow. Look at this. You just go, fuck you, Nagito, I do it anyways. Look at these visuals, though. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. This one? The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? This one? What was the fake weapon left at the tower? Who gathered at the lounge? This one? There we go. Why did Nekomaru fall? This one? Oh no. Who heard the rumbling noise? Hajime heard it too. Why did Nekomaru fall? Hang on. Hammer isn't there. Nekomaru's weakness is this. Who set the alarm clock? Oh wait, hang on. The weapon was this one. And why did Nekomaru fall? Oh, here. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? Oh, not that one, not that one. Alarm set for 5:30 a.m. No. Wait. Oh no, not yet. Not that. This one? Okay. Last talk. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? around this time. Why did Nekomaru fall? The doorknob came off.
Here's
There.
everything that happened in this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that.
Why is this?
Because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower.
Why is he walking like that?
So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse's structure.
First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up.
Yeah, like even like at this is when he dies. So at least put some as they say, put some respect in their name. Call them what they are, not not like that.
Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall.
You think the hamsters will die too? I hope not. I hope not, but then again, right? If they don't die, if they're not killed along with Gundam, you think they're gonna listen to any of the other students? Like, oh, maybe Sonia will get them. Maybe Sonia will get them because in this chapter, the two of them have been spending a lot of time together, right? So maybe Gundam's last request, Sonia, please take care of them. And they share a heartwarming moment, and Kazuichi off to the side, getting hella jealous.
They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower.
I guess we'll see in a bit.
And to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up.
Aw, and then he
He
fell.
woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Aww.
Splendid.
What's with this music?
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
Aw, Sonia.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka!
Oh! Oh, hold on. I think I just discovered something kinda sad. Let's see first if that's the case.
My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Why is Gundam so happy that they found out that it was him? Oh, hang on. Because, like, Nagito pointed this out earlier. The first... about, you know, the similarities between the killings from both games. And then he mentioned... B? Oh, I did struggle a little bit. He mentioned earlier the similarities between the two killings from both games. And then he mentioned that the fourth killing from, the fourth killing from, you know, the previous game, that was Sakura. She committed, you know, and, you know, Nagito was, like, being sly about it, and he's like, oh, this might not... And then, like, he mentions that, and then Hajime is like, so do you think this was also a suicide? And, like, Nagito was like, I don't know. I think, and I know, like, I'm about to get approved. I mean, that's not the right word. This assumption is about to get approved or disproved in just a few seconds, but I want to say, like, did Gundam want to die in a weird way? And, like, that's why he's like, you can see, like, he's happy that, like, you know, even though, you know, obviously he didn't go down without a fight, of course, but in the end, like, he's like, haha, you guys, you figured it out. Go on, cast your vote. In a weird way, he looks like he wanted it to happen.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
We're about to see.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever!
Huh?
Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
No one cares, Monokuma. All rise. Hang on. Huh? Oh, sorry. Damn it. I'll be right back. Again. Sorry. I thought I was being called. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay, I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true that the class trial's finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish it until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, he won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to the one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that. Wait, what? If he was trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. What? He did not allow that?
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then, and I shall reveal it to all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Oh, we're about to get... Okay. Oh, wow, look at that. This was a YouTube video. This would be the thumbnail. We're about to square off. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help, but he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you.
He was serious. He was serious too. He gave it his all trying to try to kill me. Huh? If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been fought even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim me was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
What? Comforting?
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
Annoyance?
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
Is that really?
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We are all friends. Well, I can't judge Nekomaru for finding a high-stakes atmosphere comforting. I like it too. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you.
However,
this.
I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Do you mean that you'd rather die? Oh!
My tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life. That's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. You say killing for the sake of living is evil, then why would you call giving up on... What would you call giving up on life itself? Suicide?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy toward life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity. Oh. I'm kind of getting what he means.
You.
Are you saying all that to try and justify what you did?
What?
But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right? That was not his voice. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Ugh.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall,
But-
my tears.
Even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh,
That belief is why you committed your crime.
you...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well,
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
History's greatest monster! My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools. I guess, in a roundabout sort of way, he kinda did when you think about it. He didn't make it easy, of course. If he made it easy on us, then it definitely would have been a sacrifice, you know, or rather, if he made it easy on us, it would have been it would have been easier to tell that he was sacrificing himself for us. Just to make it so that everyone else doesn't starve to death. Maybe it's a pride thing.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. I guess that makes sense too. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin. He's trying to make it easy for him to move on for them. Yeah. That's very true. That's very true, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait.
This is just too much.
I beg of you.
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you.
Aww.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as refined as stopping a man from going to his death. Does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind, however.
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction?
Aw, they don't want him to die.
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared
Aww.
four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all.
Please tell me he's gonna pass them on to Sonia. Please tell me.
However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment.
Or is he gonna let them go?
My duty is complete. I must return to the darkness.
Or is he's gonna let, maybe it's like he's gonna let them go, be free, you can live on the island now.
That is why, until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously!
Aw.
That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
You gotta give him, props. He's, he's not begging for his life. He's not, he's accepting his loss with open arms, and he is running. he's running straight to his death. Happily. Well, not happily, not happily, what's the word? Motive? Enthusiastically, that's it, that's the word.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Are those Gundam Tanaka Stampede? Oh my god, he's gonna get run over by... Wait, what about them? What's he gonna do? Oh. He- Drawing a sigil. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Are all those are all the pets he took care of, I think. Oh. Instead of hell, he went to heaven. Oh. That's it's bittersweet. Like instead of going to hell where he was thinking he was going, where he was wanting to go to, he got taken to heaven and he was carried by the souls of all the animals he's taken care of. At least that's what I'm getting from it, from that scene. Gundam. No. No. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
Y'all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
The worst.
Why am I so weak?
Oh.
Such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl away out of hell. And I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. You shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey! Hey!
So, how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on! How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this gonna continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey, hey!
Hold on a sec, that mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live. Right?
Huh.
She's certainly something else. Seriously, I'm starving.
Hey, hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat. And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. Despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our very best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial, but at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. Nagito? He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yeah, he didn't say anything when we were leaving. Uh-oh. What are you planning? Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Oh gosh. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. He knows the traitor. Before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I could let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all, even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appears!
Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight too? On a Thursday night? What a loser. I'm kidding. It's neither Thursday nor it's night. Well, it is nighttime in the game.
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see. So you can tell.
Hmm?
Perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Wow.
Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. He's lying even to Monokuma's face. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, what about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope Speak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right, I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But
This file even contains information about the traitor. Was that person also a former student of Hope Speak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder,
hey,
could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? Wait, what? False information? The person also a former student of Hope Speak Academy. The traitor is a former student of Hope Speak Academy? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right? This file contains documents that were created. Well, there was a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us. Right? Yeah. So what, you can't be from the Future Foundation and also a student at the same time? Is that what he's insinuating? Former student implies they're no longer in. When he says former student, does that mean they're no longer a student at Hostik Academy? So the traitor is someone who graduated? Question mark? Or someone who dropped out? One like something like that. Dropped out, expelled, left willingly. Former, no longer a student. That's what I'm thinking, right? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well...
That's not my point.
Right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say, I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Then why tell us? Oh, right, it's to get us to turn on each other or whatever. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No, no.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different.
Shing.
After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know? Uh-oh.
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No, no, no.
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I just want to be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right. You're a true believer of hope, after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason. Makoto?
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Well...
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. But too late, Nagito. Someone else already took that title previous game. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you... Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey,
Well, answer my question.
That's...
Eh, If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? Wait, what? Is he saying there's another person who arrived? Or is he referring to, the central island, which is where they're on right now? Now this is where things get interesting. Even more interesting, yeah. About 5 days left. Oh dear. Hey Bor, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Surviving students. What happened to the hamsters? We didn't see them die, right? They're still alive, right? Bread for destruction. That's a nice achievement. Beware. Oh, hang on. It's like how did she say that? Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying somewhere in Hope Speak Academy, also known as the Ultimate Despair. Watch out for her. She's. It was something. It was something like that. Hamsters are eaten by Monokuma. No! No, please tell me you're joking. I mean, it would definitely be in line, because despair, nothing it would definitely make everyone feel despair knowing uh, the hamsters just got eaten. You have to find out. Oh. Okay, so we do find out. We at least find out what happens to them, so that's good at least. At least we're not gonna, be wondering what happened to them. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We're gonna we're not gonna play the entire rest of the chapter, obviously, but we're gonna do a bit of the, earlier parts because I think we can keep going. For that, I'm gonna get something to eat real quick. I'll be right back. Uh, I'm gonna put an ad break for 3 minutes, so I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Oops, that's not where it's go. Right there. Alright, I'll be right back. you asking me or okay? Okay. Maybe maybe getting something to eat wasn't such a good idea because I'm gonna be reading a lot, and I might end up choking and coughing a lot, as it tends to happen when I just eat and yeah. I have a drunk with me. Yes, I have water. Okay, hold on. Okay, ad break is up, but I'm gonna keep eating for a bit. I was half tempted to eat Coke Pancit Canton, but nah, nah, not today. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Oh wait, hang on. Let me back read through chat because I think I missed some stuff. When you're done with Danganronpa 2, we should do a let's watch together. What though? The anime? It's like I think Small said that to me too. The anime kind of bridges the two games together while also giving it's giving uh give light to certain things that may or may not have been in the game. It gives a lot of answers. I see, I see. That'd be fun. I would like that. How long is it? The anime is the game plus plus in terms of lore, I think. I see, I see. Excuse me. But yeah, can we talk about that a bit? Gundam, right? I think you need to play the Spare Girls. Oh, I don't have that. It's about 24 episodes. Uh, yeah, can we talk about that for like? Can we talk about what just happened first? Gundam, low key, or maybe high key. Sacrificing himself for just so the rest of us don't die from starvation. What am I eating? Biscuits. Feta crackers. Why am I holding it up? You guys can't see it. I'm holding it up like you guys can see. Obviously, you can't. Last one. It's not too. It's crackers. Yes, don't worry, Nise. I'm watching what I eat. uh, it's crackers. Like not even the sweet or salty kind. Just basic. Kind of like me. Feta is sweeter than Skyflakes. Is it? Well, I guess crackers is carb, sweetie. I know, but it's one. It's just one pack, and it's a snack. Okay. It's just a snack. Feta is sweeter than Skyflakes. Really? They both taste bland to me. You need to You need the Spare Girls first before anime. Do I have to buy that too? I mean, I haven't bought any of the games so far. So, Toby gifted me the first game, and then Small gifted me the second, or the other way around. Gundam is best boy. I feel bad that I haven't spent, I didn't get to spend any time with him during free time. It would have been nice to see more of his character. It's both like it's a little bittersweet that Okay, this time I'm gonna remember to put a timer this time. Last time I did it I used the voice changer. I forgot to put an timer, so.
Alright, deep voice for 5 minutes. Time starting now. I'll wait for you to finish Danganronpa before giving a despair goes, oh boy. You don't have to. Thank you, though. Oh. Fresh veggies or snacks or fruits. Oh yeah, we have grapes downstairs. I should have gotten those. Not gonna lie, some apples sound good about now. I don't like apples. I like them in juice form, but like as a fruit, in fruit, like in the fruit form. Eh. Oh. Ginger, really? Raw ginger? There are yellow apples? I know they're red and green, but I didn't know they were yellow too. Maybe you haven't tried the right kind of apple. Maybe. Don't let me start with apples. Mm. I don't like ginger, no. I mean, they're fine as a, part of a dish, but I'm not gonna eat it. 20 kinds of apples. Sheesh. I mean, I'm aware of the different kinds, but I didn't know there were 20, more than 20. Mm. But yeah, in a weird way, the suicide part in the chapter, it wasn't the killer or the victim doing it. It was it was us. It was Hajime and the it was in a weird way it was Hajime and the others by refusing to kill, by refusing to kill, they in a very roundabout kind of way, they're like deciding they would rather die than kill their friends. And through that, it sounds like, it makes it sound like they by being indecisive, yeah. It's still fucked up, because Monokuma is forcing them in the situation where you either kill, you either so before it was kill or be killed, but now it's kill, be killed, or die from natural causes by starvation. You know, still messed up. The situation they found themselves in, and no, regardless of whichever action they take, someone's gonna die. And I guess Gundam made the decision for them to kill, so the others can live. Or they all die except for him, and he gets away. Because the black kid escapes and everything. So yeah, right. Let's continue. Let's see what the next chapter brings us. After being released from the funhouse, we went back to living our less than ordinary lives. And just like before, our day began with us all gathering at the restaurant.
Jeez.
Every time we meet up here, it makes me realize just how crazy this whole situation is. Yes, Nisei, I set the timer this time. The restaurant certainly feels more spacious than before. Yeah, it's definitely weird hearing them with the deep voice, I'm aware. Of course, it feels spacious. There are less than half of us here now that there are less than half of us here now than there were. What is that sentence? There are less than half of us here now than there were at the beginning.
Stupid fool!
What the fuck? Get it together.
Oh my!
Did you hear something?
Hey!
It's Nekomaru. That was Coach Nekomaru's voice.
Huh?
What are you talking about? He's no longer.
What's up?
What?
I'll beat you up!
What are you laughing about? I'll beat the crap out of you if you keep grossing me out like that. Oh. Alright. Okay, 5 minutes is up.
Right. Hey, it's not cool. I was up all night working my fingers to the bone.
I am concerned.
More importantly, I'm starting to get tired of the seasonings in this restaurant.
Jeez.
Seriously. Starting to realize how valuable Teru Teru was. Really? Okay.
Right. 5 minutes again. Alright, I voice for 5 minutes. Thank you, pizza. Don't ignore me. I'm trying to talk to you about something important.
Huh?
Important?
All right.
This! Took me all night to make it. Aww. It's a little, Nekamaru.
My,
Is that a Nekamaru doll?
I'm no doll. I'm Mini Maru.
Mini Maru.
Huh?
Mini Maru? I took some parts from him to make it. What do you think? Awesome quality, right? So, is this him? Is this him or something? Or he just trying to sound like him? Of course, it doesn't have free will or anything, so it's more like a, toy. But isn't it freaking adorable?
Are you serious?
Oh.
Thanks.
It's so cute. Thanks, I'll keep it. Interpret it as you think.
Well...
I see. But it's up in the air what it is. Huh. I never said anything about giving it away.
I'll beat you up!
Don't be stuck up. Your stuff is my stuff, right?
Whoa!
Oh, hey now, that's a bully's logic.
Man.
Well, doesn't matter. I made this to cheer you guys up anyway. And as long as we have it, we won't forget, about Nekomaru's sacrifice for us. Standing here today because of him. So if we're gonna prevent something like that from happening again,
Engines revving.
I guess we gotta fight too, right? We can't just keep running away.
Huh.
We're already dealing with yes, that, yes. I gotta admit, I never thought I'd hear you say something that awesome. Of course. In the end, Gundam told us to never give up on Sonia, please. Give Kazuichi some attention. He deserves it. So, I will never give up. I shall fight until the very end. Gundam, please watch over me.
Miss Sonia?
Miss Sonia, what did you think of my little pep talk?
Oh my!
Oh, did you say something?
Are you kidding me?
What? I was up all night memorizing that speech.
Jeez.
And there's the punchline. I really like this. Thanks, Kazuichi.
I am Mini Maru.
Oh, that's cute.
Man.
Only half is happy to be thanked by you.
That's right.
Oh, by the way, you can also use that to massage your sore muscle and pressure points. Oh, it's just like you never left.
You serious?
It's amazing.
Of course.
I made it after all. Seriously, thanks. I'll take good care of it. Kanye looks really happy.
Hey.
You know, Kazuichi, why don't you try hitting it off with Akane? She's, she seems grateful to you. She's talking to you. She doesn't look like she's gunning for any of the other guys. So, why don't you try something? Why don't you take all the stuff you've been trying to do with Sonia and try to do it with her? I'm just saying. It's not like she has a lot of other options. Sorry. Anyway, what happened to Nagito? I haven't seen him like I usually do. He's planning something. You don't have to worry about that guy. He goes solo all the friggin' time.
Well.
Still,
I'm a little worried about how he was acting during the last trial. Well, he's always been a dangerous bastard, but it's crossed the line, you know?
Hey!
Then that's even more reason we should avoid him.
But still...
But even if we do avoid him, what are you gonna do if he approaches us? Nagito's sudden change was really weird. Ooh, I wonder, are we gonna talk about what happened, about the stuff he discovered, in the Octagon, and from reading the Future Foundation file? He's probably not gonna tell everything, but maybe now we can talk about Hajime's lack of being an ultimate. I wonder, did he figure something out that we're not aware of?
Now then.
Yeah, here it is. Anyway, Hajime, isn't it about time you told us what was that all about? Huh? That? You know, what Nagito said during the trial? 5 minutes is up.
You still don't realize it. Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Hey, bastard!
What did he mean by except for Hajime? Are you really the traitor after all? No, it's not like that. I didn't really want to say it, but I guess I have no choice. To tell you guys the truth, unlike the rest of you, well, apparently I was never part of Hope's Peak Academy's primary department. I'm a Reserve Corps student from the Reserve Department.
Huh?
Reserve Department? It means, unlike you guys, I don't have an ultimate talent at all. Apparently, I'm just a normal person. Is that all? What? That's it? Dude, don't ever scare me like that. Aww. They're basically saying, dude, it's not a big deal. You're still our friend. It's not something that I can just brush off, especially since it's about me. I just forgot. I thought I got into Hope's Peak Academy because I had talent all along. But, shit. My whole life, I just wanted to feel confident about myself. And I thought getting into Hope's Peak Academy meant I had finally become someone I could be proud of. Not some fucking backup student.
Right?
Cheer up, Hajime. It doesn't matter if you're from the Reserve Department.
Of course!
She's right. No matter what, you are our friend. There's a saying in Japan.
Listen!
Fear is grateful for the danger.
Hey!
The hell? You're saying that wrong. What? What do you mean, Boar? Whoa! What the fuck happened to you? So everyone was here. It was a real close battle.
I am sorry.
I apologize. I was trying to cheer you up, but I ended up saying the worst thing. Well, it doesn't matter. Stuff is just hard to say sometimes. Oh my god. He doesn't no, they're not even paying attention to her. Guys, that's kind of cold. Kazuichi's shark teeth. Oh. Huh? That's weird. Maybe you can't see me?
Huh?
Whoa, what the heck? You're covered in blood. Ah, you saw me. Yes, that's right. The Mana Beast this time was very strong.
You?
Gross, don't get close to me. Get out of here.
What?
No gratitude. I'm being treated like filth.
Hey.
Hey, why don't you clean that blood off? We're trying to eat. Man, guys, aren't you being a little too cruel now? Just because you don't see it, that doesn't mean Monami's not trying to help you guys. Ah, yes, I'm ashamed of myself. Wipe.
Ding, ding, ding.
There we go. Now then, allow me to report to you all once again. After a fierce battle that's never been seen in history, I finally succeeded in conquering the last Mana Beast. Because of this, it's finally possible for you to travel to the final island. I see. What a thin reaction. It's like I'm surrounded by tons of shabu shabu from an all-you-can-eat restaurant. Don't tell me. This again? You're gonna say stuff like, it's not like we can get out of this island. Why bother going to the new island? Well, it's true that I don't really expect much.
Don't misunderstand.
Now I want hot pot. Who said we weren't gonna go? Obviously we're gonna go, dumbass.
So,
Assuming we were thinking about running away was a mistake.
I'll show you my serious side.
Because if we can't run, we'll fight. I'll crush everyone who put us through this crap in one blow.
Hey, hey!
Fight? Seriously? That fearsome group is called World Ender for a reason, you know.
What are you saying?
Poor Monami being more silent, you know. Aw. You suck, Monami, get a real clown. Well, I only let people close to me I know and trust, so I don't feel close to anyone. I guess that's something I can be grateful of. Come to think of it, I now question what shark teeth people lives are like. Why, did you forget what you said earlier?
Hey, hey, hey!
Dumbass, I was only saying that because I was trying to impress Miss Sonia.
What?
Don't brag about that.
Settle down.
Bow down. If you have the power to fight amongst yourselves, then direct that power toward our enemy.
All right.
Shark Teeth is badass for the sign points. No, definitely. You smell like... I'm not reading that. Now then, let us go forth. Offense is the best defense.
Damn right.
You're right. Now's not the time for us to be bickering. I don't really get it, but when Miss Sonia talks like that, my blood starts to boil.
Alright!
I'm getting pumped up. Let's charge our way to that new island.
I'm starting to get pumped up.
Future Foundation, Monokuma, Monami. I'll crush them all at once.
That's...
Even me? You guys seem reliable. Hey, don't talk like you're not included. You're our friend too, you know. You're right.
Leave it to me.
And I gotta do my best to. As we left the restaurant, the expressions on our faces were clearly different than they were before. They were filled with strong will and determination. Armed with that, we began walking toward the last island. But the clouds in my heart still lingered. Couldn't stop thinking about the reserved apartment. And that filled me with a strange uncomfortable feeling, like a small bone was lodged in my throat. But I tried not to think about it. Tried to stay focused on moving forward. Whoa! Smile at hope in the name of despair. Chapter 5. If it's gonna be like the previous game, this is probably the second to the last chapter. That's what I'm thinking anyways. With the Mono Beast gone, we crossed the 5th bridge and arrived at the final island. We're just going straight there? Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna stop here then. I thought at least, we get a chance to, usually they let us control Hajime and run to the next island on foot, but alright. We're gonna have to save that for next time. Oh, that line reminded me of what is going on in this chapter. Oh. I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen in this chapter. I have a very strong feeling. I think that I know what's gonna happen in this chapter. I would like to be proven wrong, though. I would like to be proven wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Otherwise, it's different, right? When you already figure, it's different when you don't know what's gonna happen, right? Instead of, what are you doing when you stop streaming? Probably rest again, or something. I don't know. The rain has stopped. Maybe I'll go for a walk. Whom's on right now? Okay, so that was chapter 4, class trial. Again, that was like that class trial was definitely something. The first half I did struggle a little bit, but in my opinion, one of the questions was kind of bullshit. uh, yes, the octagon. Yeah, you guys are not gonna let that rest, are you? The octagon. Hey, technically, I was still I was right. I was right. I was correct that the final dead room is the octagon. You needed how many hints? I was, what? I was still right. The part that was hard was, that section where I had to pick a spot in the map. I was under the assumption that the room would show up as a shape as well. Anyways. But this is like it's like, that aside, it's been a nice chapter. It was nice figuring things out. I like off stream. I did kind of figure out that, well, not really figure out, but Gundam came under my became, what's the correct way to phrase it? Came under suspicion when I realized something with the deluxe rooms and stuff. Like, how did he hear the noise when he was sleeping in what's supposed to be a soundproof room? He showed symptoms of sus. To his credit, it was one very, minor detail that, you definitely had to look out for. And I only managed to figure that out because my overthinking self overthought to the point of noticing that little detail. I really hope the hamsters are okay. And I was I was half expecting, Gundam, his final request to the rest of them, like he asks Sonya, take care of the 4 Dark Divas. They seem to have trusted you. And then they have a little bonding moment. And then Kazuichi gets very, very jealous. But yeah, let's see who is on right now. Z Cosmic Woof is on. Let's go raid him. Oh wait, I see Tor is on. Ooh, he's playing Minecraft. Let's go raid him. I guess your weakness is knowing the person investigation. Wait, what? Your weakness is knowing the person in investigation. Ironically, a strength. What do you mean? That I already knew who it was? I mean, I didn't come. When I start, you didn't expect Mikan. Well, yeah. Yeah, she definitely slipped by my radar. But here. But your overthinking Your overthinking helps with Gundam. Yeah, exactly. That's the reason why I love playing this game. What is usually what usually is a flaw of mine, I can turn it into a strength when it comes to playing a game like this, and I like that. That's why I enjoy playing like this. Also, Pizza, sorry, I'm gonna refund that last deep voice redeem because I just noticed now that you redeemed another one. All right, let's go raid Tor. He's currently playing Minecraft. Here's the raid message. Thanks everyone once again for being here today. I wish you all a good rest of the day and or night, and let's see you all next time. Goodbye. Haha.